I take shaving very seriously. Now it's possible that it might not seem so looking at the way my hair is acting randomly and I'm not even shaved. But it's not that I like to stay shaved. I shave very infrequently, but when I do shave, I like to get a good shave. Now, the best way of getting a good clean shave is going to a salon, getting it done by a professional. In my definition, that is what I call pampering myself. The second best option that we have is doing it ourselves. In my experience, the best shave, as I mentioned, can be found in the salons only. Now, what these people use is, these people still use the old tiny blades. Now, useless fact trivia, I know how to shave myself using a straight razor. Now, not many people of my generation do it. Even I do not know why I learned it, but I know how to do that. Now, that's quite dangerous and time consuming, and time is primarily the reason most of us go for the cartridge 3 blade, 4 blade, 10 blade razor. So the next best thing that comes to our mind is the safety razor. Most of our fathers used to use a safety razor for that only. So recently I was tweeting about how I needed a good safety razor and how I needed some recommendations. So there are two startups in the shaving domain which are doing pretty well in India. So both of them got in touch with me. Unfortunately, one of them, Let's Shave, did not have a straight razor, a safety razor at that point of time. So I decided to go with this one. This is Bombay Shaving Company. And during the process of checking out their company, I came to realize that their founder, Shantanu, is a Facebook friend of mine. So I decided to give it a try. The people at Bombay Shaving Company have been really good. So again, good का मतलब ये नहीं है कि मतलब I ordered stuff and the razor came within 2 days. What they have been good about is they usually do not offer engraving on single purchase of razors. They offer engraving when you get a complete set with gel, balms and whatever. But I did not need that because I already have a very high quality kit at home. I use a badger hair brush and a Tooth & Hill shaving cream, which is, I am sure, way better than what they must be offering, and it did not make sense. So this package arrived today in the morning only, and I think it's time to open this up. Full disclosure, I am not being paid in any way to do this, so I'll be honest about this. I hope that this blade comes out to be a good quality product, because if not that, I will be disappointed, honestly, and I will tell you. So the box, I think it has taken a lot of damage during shipping. So again, let's see. There's a card. It seems like a marketing thing. There is a booklet. How to master your new precision safety razor. It will take 5-7 shaves to find a groove. I agree. It has pictures which show how to put the cartridge. I'm sure it's for the hipsters who are using it for the first time. So I have shaved with safety razors in the past. I have shaved with the cheapest and the most expensive. Again, why one is better than 3? Okay, trying to oversell the safety razor to someone who already likes it. If the engraving is not good, I will be disappointed. So I think I should remove this because this does not go very well. I think the surface. So the box is pretty neat. Engineered to perfection, blah blah blah. Manufactured by, so it's in the razor is imported. It's imported from Japan or China. Okay, the blades are manufactured in Japan. The razor is manufactured in China. The packaging has happened in Sake, Delhi. So this is what it looks like. Pretty neat. No complaints so far. Okay, this is a set of aggressive clamp. Let me see what this is. So this is the top clamp. Seems pretty heavy. So one thing that I have, so these are the razors that have come. So with a single razor they only send you 10 blades, but if you get the whole pack they give you 20 blades. So let's see if these blades are any good. One thing that I did not confirm with these guys is if standard market brought Wilkins and sword blades would do, because if they do not, procurement would be a problem. And honestly it does not matter how expensive or how good your shaving system is if you don't have blades. So the blades are there. Okay, where is the engraving? Okay, the engraving is honestly not what I had expected. Oh, I'm not sure. I need to, if this is visible, but again it could have been better. The weight of the system feels nice. Okay. So far the product, so I have paid somewhere around 2 grand for this, and so far honestly it has just met my expectations. What is this clamp? Aggressive clamp. Okay, it is the bottom clamp. Yeah, so this is a normal, the one that's already fitted here, it's a normal clamp, and this is an aggressive clamp. I'm sure it's the nomenclature for aggressive. Again, pretty self-explanatory. So if I remove this one and I put this one, the cut would be deeper. I'll have to be more careful, but the resulting shave should be extremely close, James Bond like. So the weight, it's pretty heavy. It's exactly the way it should be. I am someone who has shaved with a plastic safety razor, so this feels good. Let's hope. Most likely I'll be using this tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll check in with you guys again with preferably a good shave. Touch wood, only a few cuts, because again it's been a very long time since I did this. The thing is, not even my name, their branding is also very subtle. I won't call it subtle, but it could have been better. They could have branded it here. So it does not say Bombay Shaving Company anywhere, and it's primarily because I think they have outsourced the manufacturing of the product, and the best that their manufacturer would have agreed to was this logo. So yeah, I am not very excited about the engraving. Rather it was not there, but let's hope if this performs, I will recommend it to my friends. If it does not, you will get to know. Thank you.
I tried the razor the very next day. Honestly, the first impression was not very awesome. I did not get the feeling that you usually get when you start with a new razor. I decided that for a 1-to-1 comparison, I would shave one side with my old Mark III and compare. So this is the right side that I have shaved with the new razor. This is the left side that I shaved with the old Mark III. The Mark III that has been used twice before. Honestly, there's not much of a difference, which ideally should have been there, but it's not there primarily because the default clamp that comes with the razor, it has been configured to be way too safe. What I mean by that is that the default configuration in which you get the razor, the blade barely touches your skin, and this has been done so that you don't get as many cuts as you expect with a blade razor. Although this is a good feature to have for a beginner or someone who is afraid of getting a cut, but this comes at the expense of a good quality shave. So I will be trying the aggressive clamp next time so that I can better judge how well the blade performs overall. This is how I finally look, completely shaved. It's not a very clean shave, but it's good. Time for the final verdict. So we'll start with the pros. The first pro is that the razor is very well balanced. The weight is perfect and it feels right in your hand. The second good thing about this razor is that it's very safe. As I mentioned in the video also, in the default configuration, it is not possible for you to cut yourself. So if you are someone new who's trying a safety razor for the first time, this is something which you can start with and eventually graduate to a better model. The third pro for this razor is that it looks really nice. The build quality is pretty good and you feel good when you are holding it in your hand. The fourth and final pro according to me would be the price. So this could very easily have been very expensive, somewhere in the range of 3 to 4,000, but this cost just less than 2,000 rupees, and I think that's perfect for this product. It is not very expensive so as to inhibit new users from trying it, and the price actually justifies the quality. Now coming to the cons of the razor. The first problem that I have with this razor is that in its default configuration, the razor is way too tame. For the sake of safety, the default configuration has been built that it touches the skin minimally so that the chances of cuts and nicks is minimized. But the problem with that is that the final product, the shave that you get out of the default configuration, is not very close. Now this could be a problem for someone who is investing in a high quality shaving system like this one, because if I am spending more than 2 grand on a razor and more than 5 to 6 grand on the entire system, in the end I would want a good shave. The second problem that I have with this razor is the engraving. The font could have been better and the text could have been centered. The whole idea of getting a personalized product gets defeated if the personalization is not up to the mark. To summarize, the pros of the product outweigh the two small cons that I have. I am really happy with the product that I have received. As a final verdict, if I have to recommend it to someone, I will be recommending it.